Fallout 4, we are doing some collectibles, the magazines, the Wasteland Survival Guide, AA Gamer for Life. We got a total of 9 magazines. Okay, so this one is over at the Sunshine Co-op settlement, and pretty much before I even make it over to Concord, I kind of boogied down there to get this one book because it gives you double the meat from animals, and the only thing that's not really bound by this book are the the blood bugs. For some reason,
Nice.
it doesn't seem to work for them. It only gets one piece of meat when you kill them, and the blood bugs are one of my main sources of food. But anyway, that's where our first book is, and again, they're not in any particular order. Just basically, as I'm out and about, I collect them. Only the ones that are really beneficial to me will I seek out. One of the survival books will give you 25% faster swimming, and needless to say, that is super sweet. So, anyway, over at this ship is our next book. Dispatched all the bad people, and down here is our next book.
There we go.
Okay, so with Fallout, you definitely want to save a lot, save often. This game can lock up in a heartbeat, and it's never convenient when it does. You're in the middle of a settlement, but pretty much anytime I've collected something, I always save the game. I mean, and it's worse too if it locks up while you're in the middle of walking through a door or fast traveling or something like that, because then it becomes corrupt, and then it's going to go back to wherever your last save was. Nevertheless, down here in the sinkhole, right there at the cooking station is our next book. Okay, so you would traverse through the little tunnel leading up to the house. When you get to that house, if you go to the back side of that house, there'll be some sill beans out there. Sill beans are how you make the rad steaks or the rad stew, and giving you like 20 or so, 25% extra energy resistance. It's good stuff. So, but the sill beans are not very common, and there's not a lot of them. So, nevertheless, here's getting to our next survival book magazine.
Yes.
Okay, the Crater House. They call it the the crater house. But anyway, whatever. Basically, this place will respawn enemies here, and the children of Adam or whatever, they're all sporting those radiation weapons, and it's also a highly irradiated place.
Yes.
Okay, so there's our next magazine.
Perfect.
Sir?
Okay, so this place is going to be a settlement. When you come in here, you talk to the lady. She believes she's going to be a synth, or that she is a synth, and you convince her that she's not, and she is not a synth. If you ever wondering whether a person is a synth or not, you could always save the game, kill them, check their body for synth components, and then reload the game. And to be honest with you, I believe that's what I did here, just to make sure, because I remember the first time I did this, I told her that she wasn't a synth, and she really isn't. Just the situation that happened with her and her son, or grandson, just bad luck, I guess.
Bingo.
Nevertheless, that's our next guidebook, magazine. Way back there on the little diner on the dock or whatever. Okay, this place here, I don't know, read the story a little bit about this guy. He's, I don't know, a little irritated that they were telling him what to do, and I don't know, he was making mini nukes or disabling them or taking them apart, but I think he was making mini nukes, and kind of funny. He was gonna protest the man, but the radiation exposure turned him into a feral ghoul. I was like, yeah, it didn't work out for you, buddy. Anyway, when you come down in here, that's him, and he has turned feral. I mean, he got barrels of nuclear waste laying around, and he turned into a feral ghoul. Imagine that. Never quite understood this one. Diamond City's permanently on the map. It was like it was always on the map and never disappeared or nothing. I never quite understood that magazine, but whatever. It was one of them, and we had to collect it. So, okay. I've yet to been up to this place, Linwood thing. They got like a little siren up top, but I come up in here and there's nobody around. But I remember this place, so I went ahead and put some mines down, because it's like as soon as you traverse your way up the tower, it spawns up all the raiders, and then once you get up there, you hit the siren, it'll trigger 2 to 3 death claws. So, but on the back side of this shack, by the sleeping bag, is our number 9 magazine.
Perfect.
And that's going to wrap up the last of the survival guides. Alright, so over at Sanctuary we get a look at the magazine rack. That's all 9 of them right there on the bottom half. I'd say I got a half a dozen or more magazine racks in here for all the different magazines. That wraps up the survival guides.